Hi, Choose Around There Gaming here, and welcome back to my channel. In today's Mii tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make Kirby as a Mii character. Okay, so go on to using the X button, go on to menu, add Mii characters, create from scratch, and then go on start from scratch and go on to mail. So the idea is I'm going to go for the circle one here. It depends if you want to pause at this part though. If you want to make sure you follow along with me or something, then I would heavily recommend that. And the good thing is, I don't think Kirby's got any cheeks or freckles or moustaches or anything, so you don't have to worry about this part or this. Just go straight to colour and then go for this. So it gives your character a bit of a tan colour, but I thought at least it fits in with Kirby overall. So yeah, so that's what I'll recommend doing. And the good thing about Kirby is you don't have to use it doesn't require hair, so you could just do it like this, like so. And also doesn't require eyebrows either. With the eyes, it's kind of tricky part. I need to select these, but I need to put them side by side. I do recommend pausing halfway through while I'm doing this, just in case you get a little bit confused what's going on. A little bit like that. Yeah, that would do. And obviously Kirby will have like a little tiny little smile, so I'm going to make that very small and then move it upwards. But we need to get rid of that nose, so that involves possibly a square nose. There you go. So if I move Kirby's, if I go on to Kirby's mouth again, and then move, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. So I recommend pausing halfway through if you want to get all the compositions right before we move on to the next part, okay? Okay, so after you've done that, I recommend going on to body and then making Kirby a little bit smaller, because he looks quite small and a little bit chunky, because that's what Kirby's like these days. And obviously his favourite colour would be pink. So there you go. That's quite simple. And then I recommend entering his name, which would be Kirby, of course. So there you have it, that's part 1 of this tutorial completed. Before we move on to part 2, I recommend pausing this video so you can get all the compositions in place before we move on to part 2 of this tutorial. So after you've done that, click on done, and there you have it. And of course it returns us back into Miitopia, of course. And then what we're going to do is go on to makeup, and I would kind of recommend going for these eyes, but according to my little reference, it needs to be the eyes need to be a little bit bigger, so I might have to get some replaceable eyes first. So we're looking for basically the same eyes, these ones. Okay, just got to make sure they fit the right size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit on one side, but if you do want to pause to get to this part, because obviously there's a lot of compositions that you might need to use for this part, if need be. Right, let me see if I can get this sorted in. There you go. So I thought if you do want to pause halfway through, I heavily recommend it, definitely for this bit, because it can get a little bit complicated with all the oppositions and that stuff. Sometimes it can get a little bit under control, but hopefully you can manage to get it up to this point or something like that. So for the next style, I'm going to probably do exactly the same thing. So I'll try and I'll try and adjust the size. We're going like that. And then go over the top of it. And then make sure it's equal. Go the same colour. I think I've got a little bit, I might need to adjust the size again quickly. Yeah, there you go. Kirby kind of looks more in line there. And then what I've got to do is I've got to try and figure out how I'm going to hide the nose, because you can see it's still sticking out, so I'm going to try and figure that out. But if you do want to pause it for this part, I recommend it. Okay, so after you've done that, go on to add makeup, and then you select what type of highlights you want to add to your eyes. Well, I've gone with these because these are kind of more simple, and it makes Kirby look exactly the same, but not too bad. And I only had to move on once, so if you want to pause this video for approximately 1 minute, I'll recommend it just for this bit. Okay, so after you've done that, we're going to go on to the other section, which has foundation, and I recommend going for this one here, which is like a lightish pink. And I think for this section, I recommend pausing it for between 1 to 5 minutes, depending how long it takes you to get to this section and get this pink right here. So after you've done that, I recommend going on to where it says cheeks, because that's probably the last part of this Mii tutorial completely. And I recommend these ones because they kind of look a bit like Kirby a little bit. They give Kirby a little bit of personality with these cheeks. And of course what this did was I just moved it, so I recommend pausing it for probably just approximately 1 minute for this part. So after you've done that, come out of the makeup section, and there you have it, you got yourself a Kirby as a Mii character. I hope you all enjoyed this Mii tutorial today, and let me know in the comments down below which Nintendo character should I do a Mii tutorial on. It can be either some character from MarioWare, or maybe another franchise, for example, that falls into the Nintendo category, or it could be one from Sega or any other characters you can think of. It could be any of those, but I wouldn't mind you guys comment down your kind of suggestions of what characters I can make some Mii tutorials on, which would be quite handy. Make sure you like on this video if you're new to my channel and see more of my content. Please subscribe. The variety of content you might enjoy might involve Miitopia content, cozy gaming content, and also other gaming content on this channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one, so bye!